What's going on, guys? This is Danny Summers with Intercept MMA. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys can, please hit like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. That way, anytime we're putting out new videos, new content, new fight breakdowns, you guys can see it first. Guys, Coach Dan here with Coach Anna. We're going to be looking to enter into the T-Kimura position from half guard when our opponent initiates an underhook from bottom. So if Anna's on her back and I'm in this half guard position, and now once I get this half guard position, Anna is able to secure an underhook. Now when she initially secures this underhook, I just want to start to bring my weight back. That way I can put weight more towards her wrist so it's harder for her to lift. If I'm higher up, she can start to use that to elevate me and start going into her back takes and different techniques like that. So I want to make sure I'm pinning. Now from here, I'm going to bring my right arm around her body. And now this is important. As I bring my right arm around, I like to fall to my right hip and I'm going to lock her leg down. So as this one comes around, I'm going to fall to my right hip and I'm going to bring my left foot behind my right leg to lock her down. I just don't like seeing people escape this bottom leg and almost take my back from this position. So I want to make sure I'm locking this down here. Now from here, because I brought this arm over, I'm just going to look to get it behind her. And a lot of times if people are smart, like sometimes when we're here, if their elbow's tight and they're doing a good job, you'll just have to kind of pretend you're playing with the legs, kind of make them think about something else, and then I can just sneak my arm in there. So you're not going to get it right away on someone who knows what they're doing, but if you can kind of play with them a little bit, get them thinking about something else, then you can transition. Once I have this, I'm going to lock in my Kimura. Now, normally, if I can always try to extract the hand, put it behind her back. But if she's doing a good job of being strong here and I can't get this out, I'm going to bring my forehead to the mat. And as I bring my forehead to the mat, I'm going to start to face her with my hips and walk my hips high. Now when I fall, I'm going to fall over her head and behind her. Once I fall, there's going to be an initial reaction where this person tries to explode up. So for me, it's flaring my elbow to keep her elbow up. Because now when she tries to come up, go ahead. It's very hard to do because I control her elbow and I'm keeping her hand under. If I didn't, I did this, go ahead. Now she can start to come up. So when we get to that position, we want to make sure that I'm flaring my elbow, so I flare her elbow so she can't grab the mat with her elbow. And now from there we can start going into our techniques. Whether I want to attack from this position or I want to use this position to come back on top. Whatever the case may be, this is just a good entry, especially when they get an underhook from that position. So again, if we're in this half guard, and as we're in this half guard, Anna starts to get her underhook, I want to make sure I bring my weight back. So that's number one. I don't want her to be able to use the underhook. Now I'm going to bring my right arm around the head, and as I do, I drop to my hip and I make sure I lock her leg down. If I can sneak my hand in right away, I know I'm in good position. Even just getting to this point here lets me know that I have that inside position to start to secure my Kimura. Now obviously if she's doing a good job of kind of keeping the arm tight, I have to start making her think about other things, whatever the case may be, and then I can start looking to sneak that hand in. Now I can secure this. Now again, if I can't extract her hand because she's being really strong here, I'm going to think about bringing my forehead to the mat. And when I do, it's almost at the same height as her head. I'm going to start to use my feet to rotate and I will fall over her head. Once I fall over her head, immediately I flare my elbow. Because once she tries to use that momentum, I can use that to start to come up. Now if she does create kind of big momentum, now I can start to loose my back takes from there. So again, from that position, when we're in that half guard, it's making sure that when they have the underhook first, don't let them use the underhook. Put the weight a little bit lower towards the wrist, not towards the bicep. And then from there, when we switch the hips, locking that bottom leg down so they can extract that leg and go into their own back takes. Once I secure that figure four, now I just want to think about bringing my head to the mat as a post, raise my hips to extract my leg, fall over their head. Now we enter into that T-Kimura position, which again, we can use to either come back on top to like side control or to a top crucifix position, especially if we want to ground and pound from there, or use their momentum when they try to come up to go into our own back takes and hopefully get to a dominant position. Give it a try.